Hello, YouTube land. It is I, Campo, here for Five for Talking with Camps, the Lord Camps, with
Amps.
Caps, the Lord of the Puck. That's him.
What's up, y'all?
Show him what you're sipping on.
Right there.
You've become the sip guy now. Like it used to be me with my water bottle. Now it's you all the time.
I'm showing all this stuff so we can get some endorsements.
Hi, country of Italy. Can we get a sponsorship?
Sponsorship going.
Okay, so
Let's get into it, man.
There was some hockey.
Some.
All of the series are over except tonight, which is Saturday. New York Islanders versus Philadelphia, and I'm very excited for it. Before we really get into that, I just want to say that I think the entirety of this round of the playoffs was absolutely fantastic. Minus the Tampa Bay series wasn't super good, but it was still good.
Yeah, I thought some of those last few games were really, really entertaining.
Dallas and Colorado was amazing.
Yeah, Philly, New York Islanders, last game was pretty damn good.
The last game was so good.
The
Even
Vancouver,
Vegas, the game
Vegas.
6 of Vegas, and when Vancouver won, that game was really good.
Yeah, wow, the audio just changed.
On your headphones?
Yeah. All right. Anyway.
Okay then. So as far as those go, what's your, like, obviously I'm sad. We'll start Colorado. I'm sad to see Nathan MacKinnon get eliminated. What's your takeaways from that series?
Well, I think like we all collectively thought that Colorado was going to make it to the finals because that was definitely my pick. But what a shocker. Dallas came out of nowhere. I think we thought that Dallas wasn't going to be able to get over the hump of winning a playoff series. But not only did they win a playoff series, but they're going into the third round. And it's disappointing for Colorado. But I honestly think that Colorado is just going to get better. And it's so funny. Who's their goalie playing the last couple of games? Michael Hutchinson.
Oh my God, I don't want to talk about it.
And but the funny thing is, like, he was playing well, so good on him. I think he regained a little bit of his confidence back. But let's see where it goes with Dallas. Dallas is going up against Vegas now. That's should be one heck of a series. And let's see what happens tonight's game. Who do you got for tonight?
Islanders. I picked the Islanders. I want the Islanders. I think the situation we're in, okay, obviously Vegas hasn't won a cup, but I'm still going to say this. Every team, including the two teams that are playing tonight, hasn't won a cup in a long time. And I'm fully okay with that situation because I like that. I'd rather not see a team that's been winning win again. I'd like to see Tampa Bay, after all the stuff they went through, finally get one. I'd love to see Vegas win just to, like, blow up the parity of the NHL. Dallas is, like, I've always had a spot for Dallas because I was a North Stars fan as a kid, over the Leafs even.
Wow.
And my favorite player was Mark McGuire. Don't ask. They both wore green and yellow, and I thought he was a hockey player.
I was gonna say, what the hell?
Yeah, it's because the jerseys look similar. And Philadelphia hasn't won since the 70s. And New York Islanders hasn't won since the 80s. I would love to see the Islanders win. If I had to pick one that I would love to see, it would be the Islanders.
Yeah, I don't want to see the Islanders win selfishly because of the Tavares fiasco. But
it's it's the Mike Bossy spot in my heart that wants them to win.
But at the same time, I wouldn't mind them winning because I'm a huge fan of Lou Lamoriello because I just think he's a genius. But that series, it don't matter to me who really comes out on top. My pick is Philly. So let's see how it goes. And in terms of Tampa Bay, this is probably Tampa Bay's best shot at winning the whole thing because I think they are healthy, and I don't think they were ever healthy going into the playoffs like they were now. So they got more than enough rest, waiting on who would come out of the series between Philadelphia and New York Islanders. And as of right now, Tampa is probably going to be my pick to win the whole thing.
Yeah. As far as
Oh.
paper goes, the only team out of all the five teams on paper that doesn't look great is the Islanders. All the other teams look great on paper. They're all playing great, all five teams. I think Tampa Bay is probably the strongest team, but Vegas is not too far behind. And like I said, paper wise, Dallas is a solid roster. But the question is, can they continue to do it, right? Because both goalies have shown signs of they can be good for 2 or 3 games, then all of a sudden they have one game where they completely collapse.
Yeah, this is probably Dallas's best shot too because they're going up against Vegas, and yeah, I think they got a great shot at beating Vegas. I honestly thought that Vancouver was going to come out of that, but the funny thing is that when you look at all the teams that are in right now, they're all great teams. So it's a toss-up of who might take the whole thing. But yeah, this is a great shot for Dallas. Dallas can come out of this. We'll see how that goes as well.
It would be funny to see Tampa Bay versus Dallas, and Dallas wins the cup, and Ben Bishop gets to hold it over Tampa Bay for trading him.
Wow, yeah, that would have been that's a cool thing to see.
All right. Well, speaking of trades, let's just jump into this mind boggler. The Montreal Canadiens traded the first round. Was it a first round? No, a third and a seventh, I believe. Whatever. They traded some draft picks for friggin' Jake Allen. I don't even care what they traded. I don't understand this trade.
You're bringing up the trade.
I know. I lost it in my head for a second because I was trying to think about it. Okay, listen. I don't care about who went to St. Louis because to me that's irrelevant. St. Louis is clearing up cap space to try and re-sign Pietrangelo.
Yep.
That's what that trade is for St. Louis. For Montreal, I've been reading that finally Montreal has solved their goaltending problem. They have a solid backup. Your backup costs you $5 million. You're friggin' crazy. There's something else happening here behind the scenes.
Jake Allen is getting paid $2, right? $2 a season, right?
We checked it the other day. It was 4.75 or something like that.
That's crazy. They're spending almost $15 million on their goalies alone.
Yeah.
Wow.
So my thought process is maybe they're going to make a trade because apparently Carolina is very interested in getting Carey Price. And if they trade James Reimer, that frees up cap for Montreal. It gives them 2 goalies, and then Carolina gets the goalie they need, and they'll have enough space, I believe, to slot him in there.
I don't see Montreal trading Carey Price.
I don't see it either. I'm just trying to think of reasoning because just to have him as your backup doesn't make sense to me. You could have went and signed a guy who's – Jake Allen's not that good. Not anymore, at least. He lost his job to a 27-year-old rookie or however old Binnington was. So I also – what do you think of that trade?
I didn't get it.
Yeah, I don't get it.
I didn't get what Montreal was trying to do. But
I'm sure we're going to find out in the comments.
Yeah, I really don't know what Montreal was trying to do with that trade. I know what St. Louis is trying to do with that trade. Obviously, you said it. You pointed out that they're trying to clear up cap space so they can sign Pietrangelo to a new contract. But in terms of what Montreal is trying to do, I don't get it.
So
I heard a rumor that they were looking at trade options for Domi.
Yeah. So hold on, we'll get into that. Don't go into that yet. Staying with St. Louis quickly. They're trying to clear up cap space. Apparently, the next 2 biggest guys on their block they want to move are Periaco and Bozak. And apparently, the Leafs are really pushing to try and get Periaco. Is that how you say his name?
I heard that too.
Which I'm not upset about, but I feel like a lot of the projected trade things that other accounts like us are saying is way too high. No one's going to pay a 2 first-round picks or a first-round pick and Nylander for Periaco. No one's going to do that.
Yeah. In my opinion, Periaco is the perfect guy that the Leafs need. Perfect. He's like a 6'5" right-handed shot.
He's still young, too.
Built like a beast. He's 27 years old or something.
He played really well in the round-robin thing.
And he could play top minutes against opposing teams. But like you said, I think the price is a little too steep for the Leafs to get this guy over. So they need to I think they need to play hardball if they really want to bring this guy over. And St. Louis has got a. Hopefully, St. Louis can drop their guard a little bit. Um, from what I understand, it was there was a rumor going around that it was Andreas Johnson and Frederick Anderson and a pick for
That's
Pareko.
that wouldn't make sense for that for St. Louis.
Yeah, that was just a rumor. So
I'm just saying for
take
what
these things with
St.
a grain of
Louis's
salt.
goal is, for what St. Louis's goal is, I feel like they want to move salary, re-sign Petrangelo, and sign somebody else.
Yeah, you know the funny thing is, even if they made that deal, let's just say they made that deal, right? Um, you're moving out. I think Pareko's getting about $5 million, and I think the Leafs will be able to save $3 million. So they still would have room to make a go for Pietrangelo if they wanted to, because they
Imagine
would
if
be able
St.
to
Louis
free
did
up.
that. Imagine if
Yeah,
St. Louis made that trade and then also lost Petrangelo. That would be
that would be crazy.
ruining.
Because like right now, the Leafs have about $7.7 million of cap space, and if they ever made that trade hypothetically, they would save another three. So that's like almost $10 million of free cap space, and you could seriously make a goal for Pietrangelo. That would be crazy to get Pareko and Pietrangelo on your team, but I don't think it's a deal that they'll make. So
Okay, so apparently, what I wanted to talk about before, what I said, don't get into it yet. So Montreal has a lot of people on the block right now, apparently, and these are all rumors. None of this is facts. I'm not trying to tell you guys this like I know this. This is the rumors, the big rumors right now. So apparently, they are the front runners to make a trade for Patrick Laine. And apparently, the two biggest chips that they have right now that they're trying to dangle are Max Domi and their first round pick.
crazy.
But they also have Philip Deneau on the block, Jordan Wheel, and Charlie Lindgren is
So
apparently what they're willing to move.
so I don't understand. Are the Habs looking for a winger, and are the Jets looking for centermen? Because like the Jets are like stacked with centers, aren't
I
they?
mean, okay, I have apparently, I'm not apparently. If you really look at Max Domi's gameplay style, he can easily slot in on a wing. He can easily play a
It's
wing.
true.
He's not like a legit center to me.
Mm.
But apparently Montreal is stacked with centers. I can't name you one except for like Jonathan Drouin, and Max Domi.
I'm with you on that one. But Line is not a centerman; he's a winger. So I don't get what they're trying to do.
I don't know. I think if they get him, that's having Line will change the whole entire game of Montreal. But
Is it going to change them for the better? Because they won't be able. They won't be as physical as they are now. Like
no, they
when I
won't.
look
And
at
I think
Montreal now, they're a physical team. And bringing Lanny in, yes, you get a lot of scoring, but the physicality kind of drops. So I don't see that as being Montreal's style.
I mean, if you look
Uh,
at it the other way, I think it makes sense. You get the first round pick, and you'll bring more grit to a team that's already super gritty. Like that Winnipeg team is already dirty. If you put
mhm.
Max Domi in there, you're like that bolsters that whole side of the thing, and you get goal scoring a little bit out of it.
Have they given up on Lanny? Like I don't
I
get
don't
it.
know. I'm
Like
just keep seeing.
he's like a young kid, man. He's got a lot of
Of
room
course,
to
he's the same age as
develop.
Matthews. Just keep in
Yeah,
mind though, none of this is official. This has not been reports by the teams. This is just what everybody's talking about right now.
yeah.
And even though the trade reports that I heard are not like from TSN or something, it's just everyone on Instagram is talking about that
Just a lot of
Max
that.
Max Domi in the first round pick is gonna go for Line is what they're thinking.
That's a crazy deal if it
I
ever happened.
If it happens, it happens.
Mhm.
I'm not really against it. There's a lot of moves that are gonna happen this offseason, I feel like.
You really
Uh,
think so?
yeah, I think the Leafs are actually, for once, like whether or not they're going to be good, they're really going to make moves.
They have to because there's and because the Leafs have to compete with a lot of good teams. Teams, you know what I mean? guys that play well.
I agree.
And right now the Leafs are not a good team.
I have a
Just
pretty
kind of
strong
they're just a
feeling.
team with a bunch of good forwards and maybe one
Mhm.
or two good defensemen.
I have a pretty strong feeling that Nylander is going to get moved to like a Carolina or Florida for a defenseman.
I don't see it.
I do because there
Like,
you have okay. You if you trade Johnson, you're not getting anything back for that.
honestly, dude, this is just my opinion. Dubas, I don't think Dubas is gonna touch his first two lines. He ain't gonna touch them. He's not gonna do any deals with them. He's not gonna touch them at all.
Well, I heard trade rumors that Zach Hyman is getting traded to Sport Check for a new bag of pucks. So, yeah,
I don't see that happening.
yeah. In season 1 and 2, Caps would have been like, "I'll take those pucks any day." Well, what can you trade Martin Rinson? Like, you got rid of Matt Hunwick. Someone's gonna want Marinson, right? I don't know. I don't know what to tell you.
I don't know what to tell you with that one, man.
I feel like the Leafs are Schleify. Okay. I don't really have anything else, so I'm just
All
gonna
right,
ask
I got a
you.
question.
Okay, you
You
ask
think
me a question.
You think Char's gonna come back next season?
Yes, he is.
That's crazy, man. The guy's he's like almost mid 40s. I
He's
think he's like
43.
43, and he's still playing at a high level. That's unbelievable. And he's 6'9". Wow.
Listen, it's a Yager thing, right? If it's in your blood, it's in your blood. Just let it. If you can still play at the caliber of hockey, then let them play. Like no one's gonna complain about Joe Thornton on a team-friendly contract on your fourth line. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay. Now you reminded me of something. So you think that the Leafs would sign Thornton to a cheap contract?
Absolutely. And guess how much that cheap contract will be? $7.5 million. Thanks, Cal
No.
Dubas.
I think
Idiot. What?
there's. I'll bring it up maybe next time. I'll have to pull it up. But there was someone came up with projected four lines for the Leafs next season, and I think Thornton was on the third line center, and he was signed for $1 million. This is all hypothetical, and when I look at it, it's like, wow, this is actually pretty good. Um, but I'll have to show you another time. It's actually pretty cool to see, because they'll have enough cap space to try and sign a big time defenseman if they ever pulled off these deals. It was so crazy. I saw this maybe a few days ago. I have to pull it up somewhere. But
I
yeah,
mean,
it's crazy. I'll save it for another episode.
are you going to save it?
I'll
Okay.
save it for another
I'm going to
episode.
ask you
Try
a
and hype it
question.
up a little bit.
I'm going to ask you one question. I want to know. I want you I love doing this to you because you hate being on the spot. I want you to rank them and tell me why. Okay? Matt Sundin, Daniel Alfredson, Henrik Zetterberg.
Based on what?
Based on me asking you.
Matt Sundin 1.
Yeah.
Zetterberg 2. Alfredson 3. -3.
-3.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll accept it. That's the
I'm
end
not
of
a
my
fan.
questions. Oh, I'm
Not
not
a
a fan
fan.
of you. Oh, Ottawa for life.
Yeah. We'll disagree on that.
Well, when in Rome. All right. That's all we have for this episode. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Ask us questions, comment, subscribe. Caps, hold them what to do.
Subscribe.
Yeah, you heard him.
10 times over.
10 times. Well, maybe not 10 times, but like 9. Okay, bye.